Welcome to Fast Effect Double Speed Magic the Gathering from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Mass. Here we have Joseph on Hogaak leading out with a Verdant Catacombs into Cabal Therapy versus Michael on what is being called Bant Stuff. We'll see what is in this 75. Maybe more if it's called Bant Stuff. Who knows? Maybe you have an extra card in there or something. We see Astrolabe and SnOko, so it looks like a kind of a SnOko variant. Cabal Therapy whiffs, likely naming Force of Will. And Arkham's Astrolabe off of a basic island. Such a powerful card. Did get banned in Pauper, but it's right at home in Legacy. And now we've got a Hedron Crab along with a fetch land. So Joseph can actually get 6 cards into his graveyard, and he can sacrifice this Hedron Crab to get whatever he wants out of Michael's hand if that's the route he chooses to go. He could grab a Dryad Arbor, and he will. So he's going to be milling himself some more and hoping to hit some bridges. No such luck there. Gravecrawler getting added to the mix. And it looks like this is not being kept in one pile. We've got Hogaak and Gravecrawler technically. Legacy does care about Graveyard Order. Altar of Dementia. And as soon as Joseph gets a bridge from below, this altar would be incredibly powerful. And we see there it is being elked. It is a green elk, which could be relevant for getting that Hogaak in play. Sending at SnOko. Couple of Jace the Mind Sculptors along with a Snapcaster Mage. And Michael could potentially turn his Astrolabe into a 3/3 if he wants to stabilize here. Or he can just make some food. Definitely going to be using SnOko's ability. They're both pluses, which is incredible. So you're going to use it every turn no matter what. You could also get the Snapcaster out there and upgrade him to a 3/3. And it's going to be a Flashback Brainstorm. With the board stabilized, it might be possible to Fate Seal Joseph out of the game. Though that Hedron Crab is a big problem. Oh, another altar hits, and this is going to be quite bad. Hogaak being cast. So Hedron Crab was sacrificed to get a bridge token. And now Hogaak coming in. Only one. Right now we have only one bridge. Looks like they are discussing exactly how this is going to play out. Hogaak can convoke. This is part of the team trio. They're actually consulting with their teammates. But if Hogaak is not tapped and you get a zombie from the last iteration, you can tap Hogaak and the zombie to go get a new Hogaak, which gets you another zombie, and you can actually just loop them as long as you've got the cards in the graveyard, which you will because you are sacrificing Hogaak and getting 8 cards, and you only need 5 for each iteration. Eventually you get the extra Bridge from Belows, and you're just going to be able to mill your opponent out. That second altar absolutely blew the game wide open. And possible Joseph should have... I mean, it's almost certain that he should have kept that altar in his hand. As throwing it out there to let Oko turn it into an elk could have been disastrous if he didn't have this other altar, but he has it, and he's going to be winning. It's just a question of if Michael's going to want him to play it out or not, especially game 1 here. It's not really anything to be done. And they are going to need to move forward with the game one way or another. Either it's going to be a concession or he's going to have to start actually playing out the combo. Now Vengevines will come back on the second creature being cast. I believe it's only been the single Hogaak cast so far, so on this next iteration we'll see another Vengevine. The original altar being sacrificed. And now Hogaak coming in, bringing in the Vengevines, along with a zombie because of the legend rule, and now Michael is going to scoop it up, and we will be on to game number 2. Hopefully Michael is prepared for this matchup, as it is a relentlessly difficult one, even with sideboard hate, and for many decks unwinnable without a proper strategy. It is really relentless, and can win even if you have something like a Leyline of the Void. If you just mull to 1 and get a Leyline, this deck can literally just beat you with pretty reasonably costed creatures. You're talking about a turn 1 Gravecrawler. It's a 2/1 for 1 mana. That is at certain points in Magic history incredibly good. Now we've had a little bit of power creep, but I mean you can win games with those cards. And Bloodghast, a 2/1 potentially with haste for 2 mana. The Vengevine at 4 mana, a 4/3 with haste. These are all playable cards, and even if you're facing down a card like Leyline of the Void, you can potentially get there anyways just by beating down. Of course, that's not plan A. You're going to be bringing in things like the Force of Vigor to be able to remove Leyline on tempo without really slowing you down. But that said, it is not a given, so you have to be careful with your sideboard strategy. You have to be careful with your hand selection, and make sure that not only are you going to be slowing down the Hogaak deck to a speed that you can contend with, but also that you've got the ability to actually continue to play a game. It's not like Manaless Dredge, where you can just mull to Leyline and cross your fingers that they don't have removal for it, or have your Force of Will for the Leyline. This is going to take a lot to contain, and you're going to need to be able to keep pace with it. And we will see how this goes. Looks like Michael's got some sideboarding to do, so we're going to skip ahead a little bit. All right, we are deciding on opening hands here. Joseph is mulling. Michael leads out with Tropical Island. We've got this Verdant Catacombs being sacrificed for an Underground Sea. Stitcher Supplier, a strong start, putting Gravecrawler into the graveyard, and Veil of Summer being cycled here just to draw a card, indicating that perhaps Michael have some graveyard hate but a weak mana base, or some type of weak mana base. And it looks like there was a handshake there that may have been the end of the match. We'll see if they play this out for the camera. Joseph has won game number 1. Stitcher Supplier bringing in Hogaak on turn 2. And that's also going to get Vengevine. For a Containment Priest. Not going to bring in the Vengevine with the Containment Priest in play. However, it doesn't interact particularly well with Hogaak, who can be cast no problem. Now we've got a Surgical Extraction. And this combo can actually play right through Containment Priest. So if he does stick this Altar of Dementia, which doesn't look like he's got the land for it yet, but if he does actually draw a land and resolve Altar of Dementia, he can potentially just run rampant here. And if he doesn't, he's still got an 8/8. Ponder. There's a Terminus in hand. Fetching out a basic island into Arkham's Astrolabe. Hogaak swings in. Containment Priest not going to soak up just a measly 2 points of damage and unlock the entire situation. Stitcher Supplier puts 3 more cards into the graveyard. And that is going to do it, I believe. Yes, Joseph's going to be able to swing with Stitcher Supplier, even blocking with the Containment Priest. That's going to be the final 7 damage as Joseph takes it down in 2. That is all for this one, but don't worry, there is a lot more. You can check out our older videos, and we're always putting out new videos from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Massachusetts. If you want to help the channel, of course, you can like, subscribe, share, tap that notification bell so you can know the next time our new videos come out. Thanks for watching.